Hey, welcome wild ones. Let's make a pumpkin. We're starting out with a circle, and we, as a class, just kind of worked with a lid from one of my Tupperware, and it's about the size of my steering wheel too, so probably about 12 inches to 15 inches to start. We just cut a circle out of some yardage. Mine is this cute little calico pattern, and then we're going to put a running stitch in. You can put knots on the inside. You're not going to see them, and we're starting with a really long running stitch all the way around. That's what we will use to gather. So when you start and finish, just make sure you don't pull it tight yet, because you're going to want to do some embellishment to your piece. But a running stitch, just to remind you, is in and out, in and out, and you can do quite a few of these on your needle before you pull through. I'm going in about maybe 1/4 of an inch inside the edge, because this is what we'll gather to make the top of our pumpkin. We're going to use a piece of stick or branch to make the top of our pumpkin next week, and our next tutorial actually for you guys. And I'm just going out and in like that. That is a running stitch. The other thing we need to do is take some scrap fabrics and create a face, if you'd like, on your pumpkin. So eyes, this is a mouth. I'm going to use a button as a nose, and I'm going to just make sure that I put the face with this, the edge being the top. So I'm going to go through and do some funky stitching around it. I want to do some kind of look almost like, I'm going to go pretty high, and I kind of want it to look, I'm burying the knot inside the pumpkin, so I'm not going to see that, but I'm going to do some really big straight stitches and maybe a couple cross stitches. That might be fun looking, but I really want it to be almost scarecrowish, because I think that this yellow kind of hints to scarecrow. So that's kind of like a wonky cross stitch. I'm going to put another one in. Maybe I'll just go with a straight stitch, and then a slightly less straight stitch. Maybe another cross stitch in the corner. Kind of see what I mean? We're just going to go real random and just give it lots of personality. I really like using the dark thread for this too, just so it really stands out. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So I'm just going to do that all the way around, and then to add the button in the middle, I'm going to bring my needle up, and this is just a 2-hole button, so I'm going to go down and up, and I might go through twice just for security's sake. Sometimes I like to go around twice, but maybe I'll just leave this one once through. I don't think anybody's going to be pulling on these eyes very much. If I was giving this to a little kid or a puppy, for sure. Puppies I would not give it to because of the buttons, but if I was giving it to a really little kid, I might really secure that eye on. But this is just going to sit probably in my studio, maybe with some needles in it. Kind of thinking pin cushion, but that's how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to be really kind of wild as I work my way around and make sure it looks varied. That's my goal. And see, I even covered up quite a few of those stitches with that button, and I'm not worried about it at all. have a great time stitching, and I'll come back for part 2 in a bit.